Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, we have the great Daniel Ramirez, which is a graduate of a College of Law in Houston. South Texas College of Law in Houston. I'm so sorry. He's been in law for 15 years. He has a firm here in San Antonio, Texas, and one in Dallas. And he is the founder and creator of Elite Attorney San Antonio. So first of all, Dan, thank you for being with us today.
Well, thank you for
taking time out of your busy schedule, running law all over Texas, and just showing everyone how to do it. But let's talk about the Elite Attorney and how was it created, or where did you come up with this? This is an awesome idea.
Okay, well, it just came naturally out of practicing law, because as people come in to be clients or potential clients, sure. They sit down and talk with you, and found out two things. That one, that a lot of people are very limited in their knowledge of law.
Right.
For example, I had a lady come in with the family law issue. Okay, and her and her husband were divorced. The guy was not paying his child support, so she thought it was okay that, well, since he's not paying his child support, I won't let him see the kids.
Right.
And that's
not what the decree says.
Like an even trade off.
Well, yeah, but that's not the way the law works.
that doesn't benefit everyone, Bob.
So
that's why I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, like in cases like personal injury cases, people don't understand sometimes that once you have a very bad accident where somebody's hurt or killed.
Sure.
Attorneys want to get out there quickly, right? Because the evidence can be destroyed or misplaced and so forth.
Right. And so they're waiting, and they're just not contacting someone as fast as they should.
Right. Right. Because they're thinking, well, I'll do it after we bury our loved one or whatever.
Right.
But they're really hurting their case because
sure.
the evidence may get destroyed in the meantime. Okay?
Right, and so the longer they wait, the less powerful their case is going to be against whoever harmed them. Yeah,
so that's what I'm saying. Like their knowledge is very low, right? As far as the law is concerned, and they're no fault of theirs, right?
And so you wanted something kind of like a source or a resource for the public to know because not everyone's going to know what you know about the law, but you want at least the public to know what they should know as a consumer,
right?
When they're picking an attorney, or when they're in a situation where it comes to family law, getting divorced, or talking about child support and getting like the rights to children or the custody battles and stuff like that, or as a business owner too.
Yeah, the other issue that I saw also was how they pick their attorney, right? I mean, I would have people come in.
So you don't pick the guy on the billboard? Is that
the guy on the back of
sometimes
the telephone book?
Sometimes he's fine, right? But that's what I'm saying.
He's always pointing at me.
I always go to the back of the phone book. I thought that's what you did.
Well, that's what a lot of people, they would come into the office and say, well, I've never worked with an attorney before, but I went into the Yellow Pages and there's like 1,000 of you guys there, so I picked you. So I hope you're good, right?
Yeah.
And
they're just like shooting a dart, and they're just hoping.
Yeah. Or they're just recommended by a friend, right? They'd say, well, this friend of mine told me you were good, so I'm here to see you, right?
Sure.
So I created this magazine to try to give them better choices as far as the attorneys available.
And I think you hit it right on the nose, because like, let's say for instance family law, like no one talks to each other about, like, when you're getting a divorce, you're not very open about it. You're not talking to your friend.
Exactly.
And so when someone else gets divorced, I mean, I guess maybe I would ask my friend that just got a divorce if their attorney was good. But those are one of the things that you don't share that information. Like, hey, I have a real estate agent did a really good job for me. That's a really low point in your life when you're like, especially like probate law. You're not talking about you're talking about funerals, homes, and stuff like that. You're not talking about how good the probate attorney did for you and how fast, and how seamless the process was, because
so it's like a Yelp for lawyers.
Oh yeah, it's reviews, it's articles, it's content, it's everything. It's everything for the public and for lawyers and business owners, I feel.
Yes, I think I would agree with that.
Awesome. So what is the mission of Elite Attorney SA? What do you want to grow out of this?
Okay, actually it's twofold, right? First of all, it's to educate the public in their general knowledge of law. And how are we doing that? We're doing that by having attorneys write different articles on different things. For example, Missy Murphy, she's a family law attorney here in town, and she wrote an article on, if you're getting divorced, how do you tell your kids?
Right.
Kind of like the do's and don'ts of
that was by text,
right?
No?
Yeah, you don't text them?
No. No, I don't think that was.
That's not appropriate.
Yeah, or just like we had Hector Garza. He's a criminal attorney here in town. He wrote an article on, if you get stopped by the police, and they, while you're in your car, what are your rights as far as if they want to search yourself or if they want to search your car?
Yeah, everyone has different answers for that.
Yeah, so that I think that was a good article. And those are the things we want to educate the public.
Sure.
Right? And the other part of our mission is to give them access to the best lawyers in town.
Right. And that's the mission for the whole thing. And what are the requirements to be in this magazine?
Okay, the requirements, that's one of the things that we really sets us apart from any other magazine. Right. Because nobody else has requirements.
Right. If you got money, we'll advertise for you. It doesn't work like that.
Well, no, that's what I didn't want it to be like that.
Sure.
So we have 4 requirements. 1, you have to have at least 5 years experience in your area of practice.
Awesome.
Okay. We got that in real estate.
Okay. There you go. Second is that you have to be in good standing with the state bar.
Okay.
Okay. Third is that you have not been disciplined by the state bar in the last 10 years for any reason. And then fourth is that you have not lost any grievances that have been filed against you with the state bar. And just to elaborate a little bit on that last one, a lot of people don't know if when you hire an attorney and you don't feel like you got satisfactory representation, you can file a grievance with the state bar against that attorney. Right. And the state bar will investigate it, and they'll more likely have a hearing on it, and they'll decide if it's a valid grievance or not.
Awesome.
So if you don't have any grievances that within the last 10 years, that's the last requirement.
So this creates the elite of the elite, and if you want some more information about this magazine or if you want to receive it, you can go to eliteattorneysa.com. Again, that's eliteattorneysa.com. Daniel, thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.